Nice. Actually got what I needed. Let's see if we can get a better one. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going? Nice to see you too. I don't stream that much, and I didn't think I would be able to stream at all this month due to the fact that I'm moving, but I got a lot more done than I thought I was going to, so I figured I might as well give myself a break and have a little fun. Let me know if you guys can hear me, by the way. I don't know if the microphone is coming through okay or not. Too loud, too quiet, just right. Let me know. Oops, wrong thing. It's possible that they'll run the roading more than once, but typically throughout time they haven't really done that. They kind of just do like waves of bans and then they just stop. I don't think Blizzard has any interest in ever banning all of us because they make money off of each time they ban people. So it's a good business decision not to ban everybody permanently. It will give them no reason to buy your product. So a lot of people are botting, and that's the only way they play. So if you ban everybody and you disable the bot permanently, well, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot there in terms of people buying keys over and over again. So I think the way they're doing it makes perfect sense to me. If I was in the business world, that's probably what I'd be doing too. Please quick sell them instead of dragging them. Sorry, not going to happen. I know that annoys some of you, and I'm sorry for that, but that's just how I do it. All right, I think we break the FCR value for Lightning now. Let's see. 30, 70, 80, 90, 110. Plus 35, that's 150. Need to look up the breakpoints real quick. So I think 117 is the one we have to break in order to have, with lightning and chain lightning, to have, I don't know if that's the highest one, but second highest one or whatever it is, so that's pretty good. So I'll make sure 50, 70, 90. Yeah, so we do break it with that. Cool. Now that's not really great because these rooms suck, but break that breakpoint. We're gonna have to do it for a while until I find better. Hello, hello, everybody. Yeah, so what Posted is saying is what I think is going to happen this time around is that they would ban not only your classic, but your ODP as well, and close all accounts associated to your IP address. What do I mean by that? Well, all accounts that I use when the title is still running, and I've downloaded them in like probably 60 days, those got banned too. And I got banned on the title for using some stairs that the warden was touching. So I didn't just lose, I lost all of the keys, classic and OD, and all the accounts, and all the characters, even if I hadn't used those characters with Cobot in the first place, with programs I hadn't. So that's how they did bans for a long time. They had done that multiple times to me. Love you too, man. Yeah, so I bound through Battle.net and also the same way you do through Argentina using a VPN. It's about $1.90 something a piece USD, so it's about $4 total. That's assuming that Bump doesn't charge you extra for buying out of country purchases. Some do, some don't. If they don't, then you're good. Okay. I don't know if I care to do any more gambling. Let's go do a quest so we can imbue. Where's that? Barracks, I think. See if we get super duper lucky. Nope, that's complete crap. I've actually never had an imbue that turned out good. Even Hell imbues and all those other ones, I've never had a good one. Not a single time. Oops, didn't switch back. There we go. Large charms, small charm, light plated boots, and Tarja's mask. Interesting. I'm not going to take that Tall's mask because I don't have any reason to. Gosh. Unfortunately. Not bad. Eh, don't think I need that essence. Pretty sure I already have a. Yep. So I don't need that. Argentina power. When it comes to CD keys, absolutely. The cheaper the better, especially when you're going to get them anyway. Hmm. think this is always ethereal, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Streaming with Maphack ain't kind of risky. Why would it be risky? Genuine question. I don't see how it'd be any different than using it normally. Unless you're talking about YouTube's terms of service, as far as I know, there isn't any that it violates. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Twitch is the one that doesn't like cheating. There are any cheats of any kind on their platform whatsoever. You can and will get banned for that. YouTube has always kind of taken a neutral stance, surprisingly. I don't seem to really care all that much. But with YouTube, you never know. They can change that at any time, of course. Oh, Storm Chasers in here this time. It's kind of a bummer. Ow. Here's a 30-20 socket right here. I think that's a remaster. It's not Eth. I think these can get 5 sockets, also enough for. I already have one. I'm not going to keep that. Nothing ever stopped working, actually. And there's no such thing as safe. So use it at your own risk, but yes, you can still use it. But again, it's not safe. It's just, it is what it is. I already went through here. Yes, you can. Get in there. People ask that a lot. Path of Diablo 2, it's never going to be compatible unless somebody does a complete rewrite of Coolbot. There are different skills in Path of Diablo, as far as I know. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never played it. But if they're all new, that means the Coolbot's not going to work. Also, there's probably other changes that I'm not aware of as well, so it's the same reason that it doesn't work with Pluggy. At least, not to my knowledge. Pluggy adds an aspect to the game that never existed, so can't use the different. It could probably store items with Pluggy, but it wouldn't use the different pages. Then maybe it doesn't do anything because it was never meant to be used in the first place. I don't know. I don't use Pluggy. I don't play single player. I'm so drunk. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. What time is it where you are? Because where I am, it's still in the AM. So where I am, that would probably not be particularly good. At least I think it's the AM still. Yep. Or socket in Monarch, maybe? Oh, I can't carry it. Because I got too much crap in my inventory. That's why. Night shift nurse. Oh, very cool. Got a rough job right now, that's for sure. Hats off to you guys. COVID sucks. Sure does. For many different reasons. I'll use the hell rune. Can't really do much with the rest of that, though. Let's see. Where do I want to go here? Ah, the range. Okay, that's bad. Did I lose any CD keys on the first sword? Sure did. I lost 7 classic keys. Because that's how many bots I had running way before the ladder reset. Which means that they are tagging your IP address. I didn't even have my bots running at the time of the ban. So that tells you something. So like I say, they definitely record IP addresses and tie all the accounts together, and they know exactly where you're playing from. So that's why they don't allow VPNs, is because I'm pretty sure that's how they're tracking. And if you use a VPN, then they're not sure if that's you or not. So then they couldn't logically ban as easy if they did that. In fact, they couldn't ban at all because a bunch of people could be using similar IP addresses. So I suppose I could just say we don't care and ban everybody, but Roll, keep. Let's see, what is this superior phase blade? 3 attack rating, that's worthless. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's the IPs, the accounts, the characters, like everything is tied together when they record it, so it doesn't really matter if you try and get around it. It's not, I mean, if you have like a SOX 5 proxy that you were using and you never logged into the other one, maybe you could get away with that, but I don't see I don't see how you could get around it any other way. Not really. And I do mean never. You'd have to like have never ever logged in with the other accounts. So there's that. Tall Rivals Amulet right here. Nope. Denied. Whoops. Come on. Temp and permanent bans all work the same way. So basically, like, they just record everything, so you can't get around them easily. Rune Scepter. I don't remember what that is. Uh, Redemption? Something Redemption? I know it's not very good. Oh, Zakram's Hand. Okay. Yeah, that's garbage. Thanks for the channel. Subscribe. I have to go. No problem. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys who have been listening, watching, etc. You guys should do the same if you haven't already. It's free. It costs you absolutely nothing. Helps me out. I appreciate it. Okay, those are both useful. Just like those. Grenade plate. I don't think any of the armors can really be worth anything, really. Sometimes you can get a good bow, but it's pretty rare. Do I GSP? Yes, I do, and that's the reason I have the gear that I have currently. I agree. I actually enjoy using GSP and selling stuff and having fun. Very cool. I appreciate it. Thanks for the offer. Genuinely, I do. There's a few times where I've needed a few items to do videos and stuff, so if you're up for that, that would be awesome if you could help out with that occasionally. Sometimes I do build videos and things of that nature, so believe it or not, I do not have everything, and I do not run 600 bots at a time like people think I do. The most I ever run is around 7 to 8. That's tops. So, Absolutely, yeah. If you were running hundreds of bots, it would be super pricey to do that. Unless you just had a complete setup where you could run your own proxies and you just had thousands of keys laying around, it would definitely be pricey. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's really all I think like an individual person would really need is just enough for you. Um, there's not really a reason to have more than that. So, sure, if you want to be like a hardcore JSP, I suppose, but I don't know. To me, that's all I got. And I think that's what people envision when they're against botting is the types of people that are running hundreds of thousands of bots. But in reality, most of us who are running core bot are not doing that. Um, that's a very rare, select group of people that are doing stuff like that. How do I get the sound to come through when you're in call by assuming you're in D2 map mode? My sound does not play through. You just delete the dash ns in your parameters and it will work. Let me check that again real quick, but I think that's right. Yeah, in your parameters in your profile, just delete the dash ns, which is no sound, and then presto. Should be all you need to do for it to work. You're right. Looking forward to Diablo 4, of course. Of course, I was looking forward to Diablo 3 as well, and look how that turned out. My expectations are definitely in check. I don't expect Diablo 4 to be super amazing. If it surprises me, that's awesome. But Blizzard is not the same company they used to be, so I try to keep my expectations in check with them because, frankly, that's what you do. It's going well, Chris. How you doing? Eh. Oh yeah, for sure. I try to keep you guys updated and informed on anything that I know. So if I know it, I try to let you guys know, especially when it comes to bands. But honestly, if we're being realistic here, I don't really know that it helps all that much because by the time we find out about it, we've already been flagged to be banned. So I do what I can, but, I feel like that's not really the grand scheme of things going to do a whole lot. But I do it anyway just in case. There's somebody who hasn't been voting for a while decides they want to come back, basically. It saves them the trouble of getting banned while the warden is activated, so I guess in some ways it's good. But for those of us who use it every day, it's definitely not going to help us. Key of Terror. Hello, how's it going? Yeah, a lot of people have never been around for bands with bots, and they think that for some reason there was like this ongoing theory with people thinking it was essentially safe, which I don't know why people thought that. I just thought that was a bit weird. There's never been a bot that's safe unless you custom make it yourself and it's been undetected. Otherwise, it's a public bot. Of course, it's going to be detected. So, yeah, that's why I always say in my videos over and over and over again. Excuse me. Botting is not safe. You can and will be banned eventually. It's just that's inevitable. It's not something you can avoid if you bot often enough. Even if you bot just once, you're running. You're rolling the dice. You're running the tables on whether or not you're going to get banned. So even Maphack, I remember back in the day I got banned for mouse pads. So it doesn't even matter if you're botting or not. Anything can get you banned, really. There's some Twitch throw. Yeah, Switch is interesting. There's a lot of rules and there's a lot of so what I'm looking for here inequalities, and it's kind of like if you're famous enough, you can kind of just do whatever you want, and if you're not, then prepare to get banned the first time that it ever happens. Um, just root for thee but not for me type of crap, and I don't really like that. It just seems like they just kind of randomly decide who they're going to ban based on popularity or how much they like the person. It's just very, very arbitrary. Which is the primary reason I don't stream on Twitch. Also, for the longest time, I streamed on Twitch for other things, and I was never partnered, and I worked really hard at trying to get partnered, and they never partnered me for like 5 years. I was never partnered, so I didn't see a single penny off of any of my work, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with Twitch. The requirements are stupid, and it's too difficult to become partnered and make a little money off of this. So, not interested. YouTube was completely the opposite. Very easy to get partnered, which again, now it's not. It's actually very hard to get partnered now. But at the time, it was very easy. So I chose that instead. I'm kind of glad I did. I mean, YouTube's got a lot of problems too, but at least I can't even say at least they're fair because they're really not. But they try to do a better job than Twitch does. I'll say that from my experience. I'm sure other people would completely disagree with that, but my experience has been a lot better with them than Twitch. So why am I holding this? Oh, right. Let's see. I think I'll just make an NG. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't think you should be responsible for what your chat says. I've never understood why that's even a thing. It's like I can't control what other people do. I personally think that should be on them to maintain the chatting. That's just me. I totally disagree with getting banned for what somebody in my chat says. It's ridiculous. I think we have enough to reroll spirit here. Let's see. Tall, thumb. Well, damn. Sure do. Let's go ahead and do that. This is at 30%, but I'd like to have 35%. He's on a different character. You ever hear from Atol, folks? Are they making another bot? No, Atol is dead. The website is gone. The guy who was maintaining the website, I haven't heard from him, Ethic, in a long time. It's completely dead. The problem with Atol is we never had the source code. So it made it really difficult to really change or do anything significant with it. Even worse. Bummer. It's too bad. I really liked it all. I was actually on the forum staff for a while, and I enjoyed being there. I liked the community, and I liked chatting with everybody. And it really is too bad that it kind of went the way of the dodo. But that is one case where Blizzard did try to get rid of the bot, I believe. At least that's what it seemed like. Maybe they didn't realize they were doing that. I'm not sure. Hard to say. But Atari was based on D2NT, and D2NT is really, really old. I mean, D2NT existed probably over a decade ago, so it's kind of a bummer that they finally killed it off. Yeah, D2NT was really, really, I don't know exactly how old, but I believe it was a Korean developer who originally made the D2NT source code, so pretty fascinating story on D2NT, and just overall, I really liked it. A lot of people like code my better because you could enhance faster cast rate, block rate, all that stuff, but as a whole, I like to talk about. There are still things that Codenaut cannot do that it's all could do. For instance, when you're using a necromancer, there was a script that I've tried to convert, and my coding isn't good enough. Where you go to the, I think it's the garden where the Pimble skin is, where all the dead bodies are, and if you use the necro, he would resurrect all of them, so that you wouldn't have to kill stuff to resurrect. You would just make your minions out of that, and then it would go do the rest of the scripts. Well, that's super duper useful because it keeps your necromancer alive a lot longer if you don't have to worry about resurrecting things that are already dead. Especially if you're playing solo. If that was your only bot, which I doubt people would do very often, but if it was, that would really, really help out the necromancer be more effective. And that's just one example. There's other things too that people don't really think about, and have yet to be converted. So a couple of times, but I haven't had any luck yet. Hopefully, I'll get that done eventually, but at the moment, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Sure, I remember about Stu Chris. My dad had a stroke when I was 19. I've been taking care of him, not ever since, but close to it. So I'm pretty busy most of the time. They do survive very well, but there are certain things that could be improved still. And a talk could help with that, so hopefully someday I can get those converted or have somebody do it for me. If I could pay somebody like, $100 or something to just convert it, I probably would. And then just release it publicly. Because I'm not interested in holding on to it. I just want that to be available for us. Yeah, running multiple bots, especially in the same game, is really useful. So that's why I ran so many in one game. I was running 7 on game last season. It seemed to pay a lot better than running them separately did most of the time. Plus, the survivability is a lot higher. If you have a weak sorceress, like a Television sorceress that's not really geared particularly well, she doesn't have a torch or an Annie, it doesn't matter at that point. Because there's so much help there that the chances of her getting killed are far less. So that's really neat. So let's see, 20 increased attack speed, attack rating, which is really low, 3% mana. I think if that was life, that would be better. 9 is strength. I mean, those aren't terrible, but they don't have any. They don't have plus the skills on them. I don't know. Those could be worth some, but I doubt it. Did I already do Pendle? No, I didn't do Pendle. My sound from my microphone or from the game? Microphone. Let me look at that real quick. Thank you for telling me. How's this, better or worse in terms of being garbled? I'm gonna get some background noise here, but in terms of the garbledness, this should fix it. Unfortunately, it's kind of got to be one or the other because NVIDIA broadcast is just a piece of crap. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it does. I might see if I can find an older version of NVIDIA Broadcast and see if that fixes it, because I didn't used to have problems with it, and now I do. Well, I just bought this microphone not too long ago. Yikes. Yeah, you don't want to drop them, that's for sure. I have mine screwed in to a microphone arm. You can get like a microphone, an arm, and like a bunch of accessories for less than $100 now, which is crazy. I remember seeing these for, hundreds of dollars, so something you asked Santa for. Yeah, I'd say so. Shattered microphone is that's not a good time. Oops. Got that stupid Earthos twice now. That's aggravating. You too, Chris. We'll catch you later. It'll pick up any gold that is greater than 100, I believe. The code that you're referring to, and yes, I did. I usually keep mine at 1,000. 100 just means the bot picks up way too much. I mean, I guess since it teleports around so fast, it doesn't really matter. But I usually just keep mine at 1,000. Ah. Where's that +6 to skills and 20% or 30%, whatever it is? Not today. Like I said, I don't know how much it matters considering you teleport around so fast. A 35, 112, 8. Wow, that was a really nice one. That's a significantly better roll than I got. This is the one I rolled earlier this season. Now, I was happy because it's 35 faster cast rate, 8 magic absorb. Again, not bad. But the mana roll is really low. So, in the end, I don't think it matters much. I don't really need the mana for this character, but it doesn't hurt, so it is what it is. Always would like better if you can get it, right? Pretty much. I mean, anything that's 35 FCR is going to be out. Well, it's not like super valuable at this point, but it's worthwhile. It's worth having. When you're trying to hit breakpoints, it's almost impossible not to have a 35. You can do it occasionally if you're running certain characters, but typically, it's not going to work out. You need that 35. A rare Thresher, huh? You just know that's going to be terrible. Oh yeah, I wouldn't... Anytime I roll something perfect, I usually sell it on JSP. That's actually the reason I'm using this Annie instead of the one that I rolled, because I rolled a 2019-9, I think. And I haven't sold it yet, but I will. Even if it's only for 100 forum gold, doesn't matter. It's going to be worth having the extra forum gold. So... Oh, probably. It wouldn't surprise me if it was worth 500, but even if it was only worth 50 or 100, you know, I wouldn't care. Still 50 or 100 that I didn't have, so. Because I don't need perfect or really super nice Annies. Never did. Certain characters it would have been handy, like the Oridon, where I didn't have very good stats. Or the, even the Tesladin had a lot of resistance issues, but for the most part when you're botting, that's not too much of a problem because you're usually using items that either have it or... Yeah, no, that's basically it. I mean, they usually have it. Like for example, I'm using Chains of Honor right now, and that has tons of resistances, so... Uh-oh. James, I'm not sure what you're referring to. True. That is true. Path of Exile? I don't play Path of Exile, so... What is the black line? You covering something? Yeah, my name. My character's name. That doesn't mean somebody can't join the game and find that out, because they can, but it makes it a little tougher. Not everybody is willing to go through the trouble of doing that, and they can't just go back and look at the video and find out, so if they really want to find out, they will, but I'm going to make it a little harder on them. My name can be seen at the TPs, that's true. Again, not everybody knows that, and not everybody is going to go through that much trouble. But yes, again, they can. If they really want to, they can. Most people are lazy, believe it or not. They don't go through the effort of trying to look through stuff like that. How do I turn on the next area hotkeys to show on my screen like yours? So you hit tab, look at the map, and you need to be in the DC bot map entry point. So you can't do this with the bot, you need to be doing it with the map entry point. And then it will show up, and then you just hit your num keys for whichever one you want, and it will go there. Jeremy, you're welcome. I'm glad I could help. Well, you're welcome as well. Pantaya, you're also welcome. Thanks, guys. Awesome. If you guys haven't subbed, do me a favor and do that. That helped me out. Appreciate it. The only one that I've used, Jeremy, is the SOX 5 setup that I did a video on. That's the only one I've tried that actually works. And I don't know if it still works or not. I have no idea. This is ladder east, not non-ladder. I thought it was 2 sorcerer skills. I might have been able to put that to use. That's a bummer. I mean, the resistances are kind of low, but still. Wow, okay. Also not bad. So that's increased attack speed with the Fool's mod. 8% mana. There's no skills on it though, so I don't think it'd actually be worth anything. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If it had some skills on it, I think it would have been worth something, but because it didn't have any skills on it, I don't think it would ever be worth anything. Even though it was really nice. And that was only a wrist. Was it a wrist blade or a wrist sword? Whatever it was the normal item, so it could have been double upped there also. So, it is what it is. Too bad there wasn't a 45 res. That would have been nice. I don't think I have any Ithrian, so I'm gonna grab that one. It's not the greatest find ever, but when you need one and you don't have one, you'll sing a different tune. I hope I didn't just kill the king there. I wasn't really paying attention. I don't think I did. Nope, we're good. I was like, probably wasn't the best idea to kill mobs near the king's pen there, but got lucky that time because I wasn't really paying attention. I mean, totally intentional and completely professional. Know exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Two uniques and they're both trash. Feels poverty. Oh, there we go. There's a giant skull. Now we're talking. It's a little better. Press one button and automatically teleports to boss. Well, it's a little bit more than that, but sure. Ah, one socket. What is that? That's junk. The funny part is it doesn't actually teleport to the boss most of the time. Basically gets all the tedious teleporting out of the way. Tiara, nice. Ugh. Your teleport points don't show on your D2 bot map entry point? Should. This is a completely bone stock version of Cobalt that I'm running right now, so by default it should be doing it. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah. 100% So I'm not really sure. You might have pressed something that turned it off. What that button is that turned it off, I have no idea. I've done it once before too, and I had to sit there and go through each and every key to figure out how to turn it back on. That would be my guess as to what happened to you. I already killed these guys. Let's go do Bale. Unless there's dolls / souls, and then I'm not gonna do him. I did not create Coolbot, nor did I code for it. This is somebody else's work. I basically just do tutorials on how to set it up. I take no credit for the coding portion of Coolbot. Or not. We'll just deal with the dolls. Hate the stupid dolls. Not interested in any mods, like Diablo 2 mods? Not really, no. I've never really played Path of Diablo or any of those, never really interested me that much. You know who created that? The same as Stooping? What do you mean? Who created what? Coolbot? Colton created Coolbot. I mean, I haven't personally talked to the man, but that's who created Coolbot. Yeah, a lot of people like Path of Diablo 2. I never was a big fan of mods, like I said. Not for me. Well, it looks pretty, but it's not very useful. I don't think any of these have any value. Bloodfist, not perfect defense, I don't think. And then what's this one? Gladiator's Bane? I think. Yep. Diablo 2 remaster. I mean, there's been a lot more rumors about Diablo 2 remaster, so I think it might. I just hope they don't give it the Warcraft 3 treatment. But I definitely think there's a strong possibility we might see a Diablo 2 remaster. It might even be something that they throw in with Diablo 4. Like the collector's edition, you might be able to buy the collector's edition and it comes with that. It's a possibility. That's what they did with Diablo 3, is they included Diablo 2 on a really cool USB thumb drive. So they might do that. It's possible. Dual Leech. It's pretty cool. Not very useful, but neat. Is this ladder? Yes, it is. You have 3 bots going? 3? That's it? Usually most people I talk to say they have like at least 8. Well, I don't know if they're actually telling me the truth or not, but they claim they run 8. So if you tell me you're running 3, that's probably true. If you're playing ladder, though, that's actually quite a few. Considering that ladder's still pretty new. I only have 1 character. No, she's pretty geared, but I only have the 1. Oops. Just learned about this 2 days ago. Hey, very nice. Doing pretty good for only a couple of days worth of work. It's excellent. Prices are really low already. Yep, that's what happens when you've got tons of people running tons of bots, you know. Prices drop like a rock. I thought for a while they might have gone pretty high just because of the bans, but it seems like everybody who was going to keep on botting already is, so. Gold wrap. I don't really need a gold wrap though. It's not worth losing my FCR barrier. I always wanted to get a perfect one of these. I've yet to find one. Oh, it's Eth. No, I haven't seen an Eth one. That's cool. So I was trying to get an Eth perfect bone snap maul for a long time now, and I've never actually gotten. The last 2 seasons, I've never even seen an Eth one. Period. And then to get a perfect one is just really hard to do. So unless this is it right here. What is the ed on these? 250 isn't max, right? Let's see, I don't think it is. 300. So that's just a mid one. That's kind of a bummer. So cool though, because this is an original classic item that would have never rolled Ethereal, obviously. This is the first item, the first unique I found in Diablo 2 was the Bone Snap Ball. Off of Duriel in normal. And for classic, that's a pretty good drop. So cool. I don't think I'll ever be worthwhile to use it, of course, but I'd still make a character based around it just because. It does have Crushing Blow, so I mean, not the worst item, I guess. And we got dolls. Ooh, that was really close right there. And that is why dolls are not fun. Is it hardcore? No, but it still would have been a bummer to lose that much XP. I got a lot of lag playing East, so I don't play hardcore. Hats off to you guys if you do, but if I die because of lag and I lose my character, I'm gonna flip. So I don't play hardcore for that exact reason. Can reroll this Grand Charm, considering it's a Bale Charm. Nothing else really. I think that's what I'll do. If we find some more gems. Already do cows? Nope. Oops. I will get lag spikes that will last for almost 3 seconds on East for some reason, and I know it's not my connection. And it's killed me in hardcore once before, a long time ago, and I gave up on it after that. But yeah, I think you're probably right about that, for the most part. Like I said, East just has way too much lag for me. If I was playing West still, I'd consider it, but I don't play West anymore. It seemed like West had less lag for me. Whoa! That's really good. Too bad it's not 3 to max damage, but that's still decent. It is Battle.net. Yeah, the Realm Down stuff is a big time bummer. I was never a fan of Realm Downs, even back when they first. I mean, feels like they've had them forever since the game existed, but it was never a fun thing to have to deal with. I'm not even really sure, like back then it might have made more sense because their servers probably couldn't handle it, but now it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's just a holdover that they never chose to get rid of. I mean, I guess it makes sense for getting rid of the botters. If they mess up, it gives them temp realm downs, but in the end, what does that actually do for you? It stops them from playing for, what, a couple weeks, a month, whatever, you know, it's not it's not very useful. Yeah, it was almost a 320-20. I mean, the stats are not as good as they could be, but it's still useful. You know, unlike this. Something I'll actually keep around. Yeah, the anti-botting thing, I get it, but it just seems like it's counterproductive. Because the thing is, you can also get it when you're not botting. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I've gotten a realm down years and years and years ago before I even knew botting existed. So, yeah. Okay, please stop. Rare amulet. Phew. I don't know what's rare about it, but clearly nothing good. That's the king. Need to stay away from king. Yep. Muling and even just like really short games, like back in the day, I could really only run Mephisto quickly. And I didn't have Maphack, so I would just run Mephisto over and over again. And a lot of times I would have to just take a break after a while because I was worried about getting a realm down. It just seems stupid. At this point, it just seems really dumb that they would keep that policy when we all know they don't need to, but their servers, their rules, I suppose. Do you have enough to re-roll that spirit again? I'm not sure. Thul, Thul, Hort. Yeah, we sure do. Very cool. Oh, I know that's exactly what it is, especially considering the age of this game. You know, they're not even remotely interested in paying any extra money for this game, even though I'm sure it makes them a ton of money. Oftentimes there's more people on Diablo 2 servers than there is on Diablo 3 servers, which is just crazy. Alright, let's see what we get. The exact same thing I already had. Neat. That's a bummer. Checking versions for years, yeah, that is a temp ban for sure. I've got kind of a good system going now where I just run really long games and I never get temped anymore. And then when I mule, I'm extremely careful. I don't even use auto mule, I just do it myself, but I just do it very carefully so I don't get temped. I already had one. Lol. That's a whole lot of cows. It's a whole lot of steak. Steak sounds really good right now. Big old fat juicy medium rare steak. Sounds really good. Swing and a miss. You got temped because of the ban wave? I didn't get temped because of the ban wave. I mean, I suppose you could have gotten temped if your bot tried to repeatedly log back in over and over again and it was disabled. I guess that could have caused it if you were running a bot during the ban wave. So yeah, I hadn't thought about that. I guess that is possible. Lost the top of Classic Ladder. Yeah. Any good items? Not really. No. I mean, nothing that's like amazing. Let's see. Bale Charm, so, you know, whoop-de-doo. This is basically the only thing I've kept that's even remotely worth anything. And it's not a 320/20, but it'll do in a pinch. Other than that, we really haven't found anything. You lost 2 keys? Yeah. I lost 7 classic keys. Thankfully, it wasn't the full ban with the accounts and the keys and everything. So I can't really complain too much. I mean, it's still, you know, not fun to lose keys, but at the same time, it's an understood risk. Honestly, I don't think if I couldn't use the map function of this game, like if I didn't have Maphack, I probably wouldn't play anymore. That's going to be, you know, sacrilege to some people, but I've played this game so much that I really dislike playing it without Maphack. It annoys me. And what kills me is people will defend, they'll defend that when they're playing single player. It's like, well, in single player, your maps don't change. So, yeah. It's a little different. But yeah, just in general, I think I would probably not play if I couldn't use Maphack. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't, I'm not sure. I would definitely play a lot less, let's put it that way. Well, single player, you can get the map to stay where it doesn't change all the time, so you don't have to worry about the constantly rotating maps. On multiplayer, you always have to deal with the rotating maps. Tunnels, I could try to do tunnels, but there's a lot of lightning immunes in tunnels. It's better for Cold Sorceress to do tunnels than it is for lightning. But sure. Where is it? Lost City, I think? I wish there was a bird in there. I really do. I actually don't find that many high runes in tunnels. Even when running multiple bots, I never have found much there. I don't have much luck there. Tons of people tell me they do, and I never have. I think in the grand scheme of running tunnels for years and years, I've maybe found 5 high runes. Like, in actual total. I find 99% of my high runs in Chaos, and then Bale. Very few in Bale, but I do find them there sometimes. Oh, very nice. Teals is really super rare. The last 2 or 3 ladders, I never even found one. There was a couple before that, I found a bunch of them, so I got lucky, but I think I found like 3 in one ladder, and then none for like 4 or 5 ladders now. Is the belt any good? I doubt it, but we can take a look at it and see. Nope, it's garb. And so is that small charm. And 19 life is good enough to keep. I can put that to use at least. I don't think I'm familiar with that boss in Act 3. Doesn't ring a bell. Yes, Angel, it is ladder. Yeah, there's a few rares that I should check. I just get lazy and don't bother. The chances of finding an actual good rare, like, it's extremely slim. Oops. A PB 5-socketed? If I see one, I'll grab it for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm always open to picket lists if you guys have them. You can email it to me if you want. darkvigilante@yahoo.com. Probably be the easiest way. Or you could paste bin it. Works too. See, I like classic. If you got a good classic list, that's definitely something I'd be wanting to have you hook me up with, because I love classic. Play it a lot. I don't even bot classic much. Once I get the characters leveled up, I don't even bot it. Play it like you see this. Play it manually. I really like playing classic. Two uniques, and they weren't good. What do you mean by disco? Sorry, I'm not familiar with that lingo. Been a while since I've played classic. If that's what that's in reference to. It may not be, I don't know, I have no idea. Did I complete that? Yeah, I did. Discord? I have a Discord. I don't know what the numbers after my name are. Give me a second, I'll post that in chat for you. There you go. Flare level 3. I'll go kill him. I'm assuming it's the Flare dungeon, right? I'm assuming that's where it is. Where's the Flare dungeon anyway? Let's see. There it is. I thought it was here, but I wasn't sure. The Gibbon's right there. I suppose I could do that too. Not really a reason to, per se, but... there we go. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because he's a shaman, so you get to kill him twice. I hadn't thought about that. That's a pretty good point. Never even occurred to me. Yeah, that's pretty clever. Oh, what do you know? Got some tracks. They're not F though. Darn. Let's see if they roll decent though. Nope, they rolled terribly. That's too bad. Still decent drop though. Bruno, the way that you don't get run down is you don't run more than 20 games per hour. And you also don't log in and out of your accounts too often or too quickly. And you don't switch characters too quickly or too often either. So if you do all those, then there you go. That ring sucks. Lots of stats, but it's no bueno. I don't think it's an error. I think it's the fact that all the shamans do that. So all those shamans, or whatever you want to call those guys, when you kill them, the little guy is underneath. So you kill the top guy or whatever, or the bottom, whichever, and then the other one comes out afterwards. So I don't even think that that's an error. I think it's supposed to happen. Now, I don't know if it's supposed to be a champion or a unique or whatever twice, but it is. Bartux, let's see. 9%. 171 is not good though. So why is it that you can do 2-minute games on Classic? Just out of curiosity. Because I haven't heard that. That's good information. So if I run one bot, games should be like 10 minutes. If I run two, 15 minutes is okay, and so on. One bot, you could do less than 10 minutes. Technically. Because 10 minutes would mean that you're only getting 6 minutes per hour. So you could do, what, 5-minute games or so? Maybe even less. But what does the Diablo counter have to do with how many games per hour or whatever? Because they said that you're only allowed 20 games per hour. So why would the counter matter? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just questioning why that matters, that's all. Interesting. So maybe it only applies to expansion then, and not to classic. That's fascinating. I will have to try that out if that's the case, because that's really cool. Be super handy and useful, that's for sure. I don't know who that is, but I thought I had my phone on silent. I apologize. Let's see. Want to do cows? Yeah, let's do some cows, I guess. Oh, I saw it. I saw that though, room. I seen it. Has something to do with the game ending itself. Fascinating. Yeah, I had no idea that that was the case. You're the first person to say that, and which is really cool because it's handy to have shorter games, obviously. That was a lot of cows. I'm assuming that's king right there, so I don't really want to get that close to that. Yeah, that is very cool. So do you have to wait for the timer to be all the way out? Or do you just exit out and it doesn't matter? I guess that's the catch there. Basically, do you let it force you out, or do you just exit and it doesn't make any difference? It sounds like you're just exiting, it doesn't matter. Which is pretty fascinating. Interesting. I will give that a shot. Give me some more Silks of Victor and some really good rare items. That's like the best thing about Classic, is that the rares were better than the uniques in like every way possible, with very few exceptions. And everybody's character would be somewhat unique because of that, which I always liked. I always thought that was cool. I mean, they duped the crap out of Classic too, so not exactly unique, but the chances were higher. Alright guys, that's where I'm going to leave it today. Hope you liked it. If you did, please like and subscribe, all that good stuff, as I've already mentioned a few times. And I'll catch you later. Take care.